Good morning, guys. Lexi Otts, Raptor Freak here, Wednesday morning, and we're playing Washington tonight in Washington. It's the second game against Washington this year. Of course, we played them on our home opener, and we were pretty much humiliated by them just because our offense was so bad in the first game. Our gelling of our offense was not there yet. We had very low assists. We had a lot of confusion. We shot a really horrible percentage, like one of the worst percentages you can shoot as the Raptors against Washington in that opener home game. So we're going to really have to see how much we've improved just in the last 6 games since that game. And, I feel good about tonight, even without Scotty, Yuta, and Pascal. Pascal will not be back today. I was hoping he'd be back today, but I was wrong. They've updated him and said that it'll be in the next 2 weeks. So even though they say it's in the next 2 weeks, it doesn't mean it's going to be 2 weeks from now. It could still be just a week from now. So it's definitely going to be soon. What is it? It's the 3rd. So he should probably be back, I would guess, by the 10th or the 12th. That's what I think is going to be back. So maybe it is going to be one more week at least. So maybe next Wednesday sometime when we're getting ready to go up on that road trip against Boston and Philadelphia next week. So I don't know what's happening with Pascal exactly, obviously. I was hoping he'd be back today, but it's not going to happen. And Scotty's not playing today either, for sure. So we're still going to be down those guys. But we met the challenge really well against New York, obviously, without those guys. And not having Yuta hurts too, also. On the other side, Washington's missing a lot of players, kind of even more than last time when we faced them. Bertans just got hurt a couple days ago, so I think he's out tonight. And, Winston's out. They got Hashimura's still out. They've got like 5 guys that are out of their rotation right now. They're not really super important guys. Like, Bertans may be the most important, but still, they don't have a lot of guys available. They have like their main core guys and then just a few bench guys there. And the real key tonight is doing something similar to what we did to New York a couple nights ago. Is we really need to key on their 3-point shooters, because the 3-point shooters are a real driver of this team for the Wizards. Bradley Beal, Spencer Dinwiddie, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, people like that. Bertans is out, so this is good. Good morning, G. Birch needs to be on Montrezl. That was actually one of the adjustments I was hoping we see. Because Nick Nurse started Birch in the second half of the New York game 2 nights ago, I think that he might start Birch tonight to start the game, that he may be the new starter instead of Precious. And tonight it may make real sense because Precious hasn't done anything to stop Harrell. So we need to really try and stop Harrell tonight because he really did mess us up in the opener. And, we can't have nobody going 9 of 11 and getting 22 points like that against us so easy. So hopefully Birch can stay between him and the basket. And really, if he has to, put him on the floor if you have to, Birch. Just get a little physical with him. We need the monster to know that he can't just operate however he wants against the Raptors. And, that's going to be a tough test. That and chasing these guards around, especially Bradley and, Dinwiddie. Those guys are, getting a lot of points for Washington right now. And they've been winning a lot of games still. They lost their last game to Atlanta. Atlanta shot it out with them. Trae Young still gets to the line somehow. I don't understand that. He was 11 for 11 from the line. Nobody else is getting any free throws anymore. And I guess the guys that are really used to get the free throws, they got him cut down a little bit, but he's still getting them. I don't know. But anyway, tonight should be a fun game. In a way, I think we have an advantage just because it's in Washington, and we're really good on the road right now. So I like that. I like that we're coming in there with a chip on our shoulders. We remember what happened in the opening night, and we don't like it. And part of what happened in that opening night game was our offense did not get settled. It didn't get into a rhythm. There wasn't very good passing. We shot a horrible percentage. We missed a lot of shots that we shouldn't have missed. So that game should have been a lot closer than it was. And they beat us pretty bad. So we need to really look good against them tonight and show an improvement from that last game, even without Scotty. Scotty played in that first game, but he's not going to be there tonight. So we're going to have to see how this team does. I'd really like to see Sam Decker get a good run on the floor tonight, like a real run, Nick Nurse. Put him out there for a good 6-minute stretch, and let's just see if he can get double digits by then, like in 6 minutes. I want to see if he can get double digits scoring in 6 minutes, and let's see if he can replicate what he did in the preseason game against Washington in Washington, because that would be fantastic. I would, if he can get a lot of points really fast, that'd be good. Him and Malachi Flynn in that game, they really sparked something. So this will be a tough test again. It's not an easy game. I wish I could say Washington's easy, but they're not anymore because their new roster is interesting. I still think they're kind of mid-level talent, not really that super great talent, but guys like Kuzma made them better, and they have more weapons than they used to. So we really got to be on our toes, play smart, play really efficient offense, because that was the huge thing. Our offense was completely inefficient when we played them in the first game. Totally inefficient, whether it's botching passes, missing shots, all kinds of stupid stuff. Hopefully we've worked it out better and it can be a lot more smoother and just look prettier, because it was ugly on the home opener game against Washington. Well, we beat them hopefully tonight and then come back to Toronto and we play Cleveland on Friday. So it's going to be a fun game tonight. I'm looking at this game a lot similar to how when we went into New York. I have some good expectations for good things, but who knows what's going to happen tonight? It could be where we hit our wall on the road. We are on a 4-game win streak. We would like to protect that. So maybe that's part of what Nick Nurse is telling the guys today. We want to protect our win streak and get 5 in a row. And that's a really good way to build like something. It's like, say, let's keep our streak going, guys, and let's not mess this up. So let's go out there and beat Washington Wizards, because honestly, they're not. I think they're a little bit overhyped at this point. Like some of the hype that the Wizards is getting right now is some hype that the Raptors should probably be getting instead, about being a team that'll make some noise in the playoffs, because I'm not totally sold on Washington. I don't like that mix of character that they have on that roster that they built. I don't see a lot of unifying factors with that team. I mean, they're a very weird group. They're very weird. Like the personalities on that team, as I said in the preseason, the personalities on that team make me think that they're combustible, that at some point there's going to be issues and problems between people. And it's just the mix that I see on that team. It's just weird. It's just a weird team. So hopefully we get into our offense nice and smooth. This is be important for Fred. Fred needs to figure out how to get us smoothly into our offense. And that's not necessarily him scoring. That's him finding the open guys with passes and just getting the tempo of the offense going in a smooth, comfortable way, not as awkward and weird as the first game, because we were really awkward. Like we were awkward in that first game, and we don't want to repeat that performance against Washington. It's not that they play super well on defense or anything. It's just we were that bad. We were really bad. But they are the difference between Washington and New York, because they are similar teams in a way. I think New York has much better shooters and better outside guys, but Washington has better down low. So that's the thing. We got to watch them down low and out on the 3, because Harrell will eat us up. And it is true what G's saying here, that we need Birch to shut down Montrezl Harrell today. That would be really big. Also, G's saying Washington is good, but not sure they're. Yeah, I don't know their identity. It's really weird. They've got some European players, and they've got Harrell, and then they've got we know Bradley. Bradley has his own problems with his, as a person. And, he's bought in. He really wants to give this team a try this year. But I think when you have KCP, Dinwiddie, Neto, Bertans, Beal, you have all these different shooters. They're going to have problems, like who's going to demand the ball at different times. Like, I don't think there's enough balls to go around for the Wizards team. And I still think that these guys are going to have an issue with who's going to be clutch at the end of the game, who's going to get to take big shots. I mean, they're going to say, oh, Bradley just gets to take it. But I don't know. It could be some of the other guys. Good morning, Darren. Good to see you this morning. We'll punch them square in the face tonight, like Knicks. Yeah, we can't punch them any worse in the face than we did in the home opener. So hopefully they see a whole different kind of Toronto Raptors team tonight, one that's like competent, because we weren't competent the last time we played them. We were an incompetent team. And this is a good benchmark to see the growth in our gelling and our synergy. And if we can play really well together and look good together tonight, that's a great, because that shows that even just in a stretch of time of 2 weeks, we've already got lot better synergy and figuring it out together. Darren, Zards are going down tonight. Yeah, I like that. There's no magic tonight, baby. Click 2 a.m. So they say Siakam is returning within the next 2 weeks. Does this also mean he can return earlier, like next week? Yeah, I think so, because they say in the next 2 weeks. So I honestly, I think we'll cut this time in half and hope that he's back next Wednesday. And that's an interesting time, because we're playing a back-to-back on the road against Boston and then Philly, 2 nights in a row, Boston and Philly. So Brooklyn on Sunday, and then next week Boston and Philly. Hopefully Siakam can play in those Boston Philly games, because we're going to be in a back-to-back situation that's tough. So, but I'm glad Philly's on the second night of that back-to-back. But yeah, I think that that's true. I think that Siakam's going to be back sooner than 2 weeks. It's like within the next 2 weeks. That, you know, it's the way the words, what they mean. Yeah. I also want Barnes back. Yeah. And Fred and OG are going to get gas. I don't know. Like, we spread it out. And we're in a nice little part of the schedule where we don't have a back-to-back till next week. So there's days in between where they can rest and stuff. And, you know, Fred and OG are doing a really good job of, you know, not overexerting themselves. I know it seems like they might be, because they're getting heavy medicine and they're doing a lot of stuff. But I think these guys, this is just normal for them. I don't see them getting super gassed right now. I think they'll be okay. Click 2 a.m. Important games coming up. Yeah, important divisional games. My shirt right here. This is a bootleg. This is not official Raptor shirt. I got it from a guy standing outside Scotiabank Arena one night who was selling them out of the back of his trunk. But it's an Atlantic Division Champions Raptors shirt, and Atlantic Division rivals are coming up. Oh yeah, Brooklyn, Boston. We just beat New York, Philly. These are all key games, really important games, and I want to win them all. I want to no problem at all. I want to just beat them down. Let's see. Darren Decker will be let out of the cage. Maybe even see Dragic tonight. Could be. I mean, it could be a good night to see either one of those guys. Just to see if we can get some extra threes. Because really, we shot so horrible against Washington that first game. We shot 30%, and it's just bad. I mean, we can only improve off of that. And, you know, I still don't, I'm not that impressed with them. I'm sure they got all these new guys and stuff like that, but seriously, Washington's not a team that scares me, like in the playoffs. Like, if we have to play them in the playoffs, we can beat their ass. It's just right now they're getting a lot of hype because they have new toys and there's some promise and some possibility for them. But I'm not bought in on this. Like I said, I don't think that I think their chemistry is going to be weird. Their identity is going to be weird. I don't know if, like somebody was saying yesterday, that New York's a good playoff team because they don't have any down low defense. So Washington, I don't know how they'll perform in the playoffs. They may be better just because they have guys that have been in the playoffs a lot. So I don't know. It's a team I'm not ready to say is really good, but I don't think they're really bad. I think that they're going to be an end of the playoffs kind of team. I don't think they're in the top 5 of the East. No, for sure. Let's see. Darren, I think they arrested. OG is now in game shape. He showed it at MSG. Yeah. Guys, yesterday I filmed a show on YouTube with a couple of guys. They asked me to be a guest on their show, To The Point, with Skip and the King. They do Raptors content. Some of you guys may be familiar with them already, but I did a taping of the show, and I'm going to post the link in the comments. And I want you guys to check their show out. I was really happy to be a guest on their show. I got a little amped up Oh yeah, I freaked out a little bit on the talking about the Raptors, and you can go in there and see what I said with the guys. But it was a lot of fun. I'll put the link in the comments and check out To the Point with Skip and the King. You know, they've been putting out content about the Raptors pretty steady for a while now. So let's see what else is being said here in the comments now. I'm not gonna go too super long today, just because it's a preview. Not a whole lot of news today. Lots of injuries on Washington. Our 3 injuries that we've had. Let's see. Wiz, Knicks, and Bulls not going to be the top of the East. Okay, one of those teams will be, and it's DeMar's team. That team is serious, and that team is legit. New York is going to be close, and Washington, yeah, that I would say they're not going to be in the top of the East, but it's going to be, yeah, Chicago's for real, guys. DeMar is there on a mission. And this is the thing. When we sent him to San Antonio, he wasn't – that team wasn't really ready to challenge for a championship. But Chicago could. And that's why DeMar went there. He signed with Chicago because he thinks he can win his championship with them. And I don't fault him for it. And if DeMar messes around and gets a championship in Chicago with the Chicago Bulls, I'll be proud of him. I'll be happy for him because I want him to win a championship. I'm going to be honest. I'd like him to win at least one championship. And if the Bulls get it this year, that'd be great because, you know, it may not be our year yet. I'd like DeMar to get it. It's game day. Oh, yeah, Andrew. I love the little emoticons with the – yep. It kind of looks like the dinosaur is pooping on one of the wizards there. I like that, Andrew. Let's go. All right. Gene, good morning. Welcome, man. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. I know he's a really good player and he's fast, but there's 2 of them? That'd be awesome. If we had 2, we already said we wanted 2 OGs. We get 2 Scotties. Yeah. All right, Darren, amped up. Andrew is back. That's right. Andrew is like, he's that burst of adrenaline in my arm every game day. Let's go! Ah! It is like that. Seriously, I love it. Click 2 a.m. Celtics look like a train wreck. Oh, not even just a train wreck. They look like a train wreck with the conductor and the coal guy standing outside yelling at who was at fault for that train wreck. That's right. That's what's going on right now. I love what Marcus Smart said. I love that dissension. Woo-hoo-hoo! And with this on another team, an Atlantic Division's rival. Oh, yeah, I love it. Marcus Smart, yeah, they won't pass us the ball, and everybody knows what they're going to do. Yeah, we've been saying this on the down low for a while. Shh, don't be telling the press, Marcus. We key on Tatum and Brown, and they don't pass it. That's what we've been doing. Oh, yeah. Sue, good morning. Good morning. Let's get a good win tonight, Sue. How about that? All right, yeah. So yeah, that's it basically. Hashimura out, Bertans, that's a big one. Bertans is out. Winston, they have a couple other guys, who cares, that are out. And we've got our 3 guys out again, Pascal, Scotty, and Yuta. What can we do? But speculating, hopefully Pascal, like in a week or so, if not 2 weeks for sure. And that's what I'm saying is just get into our offense a little bit better. Let's smooth it into there. Those veterans, OG and Fred, taking care of the offensive rhythm and smooth into it and nice and easy shots. High percentage shots work for them. Hopefully Gary Trent, because he's playing much better now, has a big game tonight against them and just starts bombing on them. Stuff like that. That's what we need. We need our 3-point shooters to really step up and outshoot them tonight. And I'd love for Sam Dekker to get out there and get some time. More Malachi Flynn. And if Goran Dragic gets a shot, I'd like to see him get out there. And honestly, I don't want to see him fail. I want to see him get successful and make some shots and feel good about his game. So, all right. I don't want to go too long. Let's go. Let's beat the Wizards tonight. I feel good. Check out To The Point with Skip and the King. I'm a guest on there today. I'll put a clip link in the comments so y'all can watch me. I really kind of went off on that show. I don't know if they'll ask me back because I was really like defending our Raptors on that show. Somebody said some stuff and I didn't like it, so I said a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Check out that. They want me to get more traffic for them, so that's why they brought me on. They seen you guys watching me and stuff, so check out the To The Point with Skip and the King. They're pretty wild. They like to have a wild show. And I came in there like a bowl of thunder. I'm going to tell you right now, it's hilarious. All right, Zards tonight. OG. Yes, OG and Leonard. OG Leonard. Yeah. All right, guys. All the best. Let's beat the Wizards. We need some revenge for game 1, and we can get it tonight. This is the night we get it. Yeah.